I am a makeup artist, and today I had a more mature skinned client, and I thought it was the perfect time to show you and tell you all my tips and tricks for applying makeup to more mature skin. Now, number one is that it's typically more dehydrated and has less elasticity. So you really want to layer on and add the hydration back into the skin, and especially in the under eye, because typically, depending on your client, that is going to be where they are the most concerned about how it's going to look with makeup applied on top of it. Adding this hydration helps to plump up the skin and hold the makeup much better. Really, the key with older, more mature skin is hydration. Hydration. You can do a full glam beat and look on mature skin and still make it look absolutely stunning. Just keep in mind that thin layers and packing them on is going to be the best bet for the best outcome. Also, lots of hydrating sprays throughout if you notice that's an issue. But typically, you're not going to have an oily skinned mature client. That's just usually the two don't go hand in hand. I always make sure to contour the eyes really nicely after blanking them out to get rid of all of the veins and discoloration that shows up. We're going to add on our foundation. It's going to seem like it doesn't match because she's going to have a lot of color to the rest of her skin and her body. But once we go in and add that contouring layer and that blush layer and that concealer layer, everything is really going to start to mesh and blend together. So trust the process when you're doing this on a client or on yourself. Just remember, we have all different tones and colors in our skin, so you really have to wait until we apply all of those colors back into the skin. Doing the foundation and trying to get a foundation match is really challenging and tricky until you see the rest of the colors on the skin, because we're blanking it out and starting with a blank canvas. And you might think right now, wow, that's a lot of blush, Daisy. Well, it is. She also is a very red toned, red chested girly, and we're still applying powder. Also, blush is the quickest thing to fade on any client. So though it does look a little bit scary in the beginning, don't worry, because it all comes together in the end. When it comes to powdering and the end step of the makeup, I never pack it on with a powder puff because it's going to accentuate texture more and more. We want to keep that hydrated look. So a luminous powder is great. I love the Jaclyn Hill ones, but she discontinued her makeup brand, so I don't have any other recommendations for you at this moment. Just lightly dust it on, and she was so happy, you guys.